A new month brings a new batch of content to stream on Netflix. From a Netflix original movie that will make you swoon to new series to binge, here are the best movies and TV shows to watch on Netflix in February 2021. Perhaps the biggest Netflix original movie of February 2021 is the long-awaited third and final installment in the To All the Boys cinematic franchise, To All the Boys Always and Forever. Based on author Jenny Han's novel Always and Forever, Lara Jean, the film picks up after the events of To All the Boys P.S. I Still Love You, which saw Lara Jean Covey enduring a rough patch with her fake boyfriend turned real boyfriend Peter Kavinsky. In To All the Boys Always and Forever, Lara Jean embarks on 2 trips that will completely change her life and cause her to reevaluate what her future will look like after she graduates high school. Will Peter and Lara Jean stick together in the end, or will Lara Jean decide she wants to spread her wings and be a single, independent butterfly as she heads off to college? You'll have to wait until the movie hits Netflix on February 12th to find out. Before then, though, there are a number of fantastic Netflix original flicks to get excited about. On February 3rd, Black Beach, about a lawyer facing his dark past after he reunites with an old friend, and All My Friends Are Dead, about a group of friends' memorable New Year's Eve party, drop on Netflix. February 5th brings the black and white drama Malcolm and Marie, which centers on the title characters unraveling the darker part of their relationship during the night of Malcolm's movie premiere. Though Netflix is getting into the lovey-dovey spirit in February 2021, that doesn't mean that all its film offerings for the month skew toward the romantic. Some do, but others hit all sorts of other emotions, sure to satisfy the various types of cinephiles out there all month long.
You mustn't be afraid to dream a little bigger, darling.
Looking to revisit a mind-bending Christopher Nolan film? Stream Inception on Netflix beginning on February 1st. Want to distract yourself from the candy hearts and cutesy card-filled holiday of February and remember the cheery days of December, all while laughing at Chevy Chase's wild antics? National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is the movie for you, and it's arriving on Netflix on the 1st of the month. Action movie fans will want to set aside some time to watch Jason Statham in The Bank Job, about the Baker Street robbery that took place in London in 1971 on February 1st, and War Dogs, starring Miles Teller and Jonah Hill as 2 arms dealers carrying out a massive ammo supply deal on February 8th. The first of the month brings Martin Scorsese's jaw-dropping psychological thriller Shutter Island, while later on February 21st, both The Conjuring and The Conjuring 2 arrive to the streamer's digital shelves. Near the end of the month, on February 26th, queue up 2 movies that are returning to Netflix after some time away, and one that's new to the platform. Captain Fantastic, a comedy drama about a family emerging from a decade-long isolation and rejoining society. No Escape, the action thriller starring Owen Wilson as a family man stuck in a foreign country amid an uprising. And Our Idiot Brother, featuring Paul Rudd as the titular character who gives his 3 sisters all sorts of grief. Netflix original series to keep your eyes on throughout February 2021 include Firefly Lane, a drama following 2 best friends who experience trials and tribulations throughout their 30 years of companionship. The Crew, a comedy set in a NASCAR garage where a seasoned crew chief clashes with his team of millennial staff. And Ginny and Georgia, which follows the title characters as their small family settles down in New England. Additionally, you'll want to make some space in your Netflix queue for Nadia Bakes, a cookery series featuring Nadia Hussain of the Great British Bake Off fame, which will hit the streamer on February 12th. Early on in the month, the platform is scooping up the 3rd installment of the anthology series The Sinner. This one, centered on a man named Jamie Burns, viewers can stream it beginning on February 6th. If more family-friendly fare is what you're after this February, the first 2 seasons of Nickelodeon's iCarly, arriving on the 8th of the month, should do the trick. Looking to balance laughs with thrills next month? Check out the 3rd season of NBC's Good Girls, starring Christina Hendricks, Retta, and Mae Whitman as 3 mothers who decide to take their fates and their finances in their own hands by robbing a supermarket. Good Girls Season 3 will be available to stream starting on February 16th. Speaking of heart racing, February 24th marks the arrival of the 2nd season of 2 Sentence Horror Stories, the anthology series comprised of 30-minute horror shorts. The episodes will air on the CW throughout January before hitting Netflix at the end of February. Both the stand-up comedy and documentary sections of Netflix's library will grow a bit bigger in February, starting with the arrival of Season 2 of the Emmy-winning special Tiffany Haddish Presents They Ready and the Netflix debut of Strip Down, Rise Up. In this collection of They Ready, Haddish introduces 6 of her favorite comedians who will perform short but hilarious sets. Strip Down, Rise Up is a documentary that explores how women who pole dance are reclaiming their authority, autonomy, and confidence through movement and meaning. A few days later, on February 10th, the true crime documentary Crime Scene: The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel arrives on Netflix. The first in a series of documentaries focused on crime scene locations, The Vanishing at Cecil Hotel recounts the events that took place leading up to, during, and after the disappearance and death of Eliza Lam, a Canadian student whose body was found in the Cecil Hotel's water tank. For a markedly more light-hearted documentary experience, check out Pele, which tells the story of how the ultra-famous Brazilian footballer became the sports icon he's remembered as today. Pele hits Netflix on February 23rd. That same day, Brian Regan's stand-up special On the Rocks will be available to stream on Netflix, and on the 12th of the month, Hate by Danny Rovira also joins the Netflix library. Early in the month, Erased and Lila and Eve will depart from Netflix, followed by Don't Knock Twice on February 7th and A Bad Mom's Christmas on February 10th. The following day, the Will Ferrell-Mark Wahlberg buddy cop movie The Other Guys will have its final day in the sun on the streaming platform. On Valentine's Day, both Alone in Berlin and Hostiles say goodbye to Netflix. Other notable films leaving Netflix in February include the hilarious and charming Emma Stone comedy Easy A, the classic Scorsese crime film Goodfellas, the heart-wrenching romantic drama A Walk to Remember, and Clint Eastwood's 2008 drama Gran Torino. Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more Looper videos by your favorite Netflix originals are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.